Alright, welcome back to another VG2 First Impressions video. This is Holloway. I'm gonna be going over the game Haste with you, a game made by Landfall Games. Haste is a game where you run fast, soar through the air, and master your landings as you speed through procedural worlds to outrun the end of the universe. So far, it's got very positive reviews on Steam. I'm really liking the aesthetic that I'm seeing right here. The flow of the animations are super smooth. The art style is very easy to read. It's a kind of toony art style. I do always kind of like those kind of art styles. They're just a lot easier to take in. They're easier on the eyes and they still look absolutely phenomenal. This game does a great job at lending itself to that art style. Second thing I notice is the sound. The sound is just very clear, very well thought out. It just gets you dancing right away, just kind of swaying back and forth, especially if you have a standing desk. You're just kind of sitting there going back and forth, bobbing your head. Today I had a little bit of an issue with my audio. It'll be a little less organic. It will be a voice-over video. So I'll just be watching the gameplay along with you guys and just kind of lending what I was thinking, lending my thoughts of what I was thinking at the time of playing the game. Alright, so let's get it started now. With these style videos, I'm just going to let the cutscenes play themselves out. I'm not going to kind of talk over them, just to let you guys take it all in. It's kind of cool how they kind of rolled the credits in the beginning of the game like this. Kind of reminds me of like a cartoon's intro song. Yeah, as like I'm going through this right now, I'm just thinking like this music is just absolutely amazing. I can't stress that enough. I really think the sound design of this game is really what's making this game enjoyable. Or it's just not the only thing, but it is definitely a big factor. Alright, but here we go. WASD to move around, fast fall is space, and then you just start running by holding shift. The world is collapsing, you have to leave while you still can. Actually, every world is collapsing. What? It's not really looking good, but maybe we can find a place that's more stable than this. Your board should help you reach the portal. Thanks, Riza. Oh yeah, my board. How'd you forget? Do good landings to get more energy. And then I use my board whenever I need to burst the speed to get extra distance. Now go! Okay. I did skip the tutorial. It basically just showed you how to go fast and land correctly. Aiming for those perfects every time. This is the open world where you're trying to go from level to level. We gotta find the shard. They're mapped with that little blue triangle icon. The world looks beautiful, to be honest. Like I said, this art style is really doing wonders for this game. But here we go. Here's the first level. I see an HP bar at the bottom. I got my energy level down there and 3 lives. So I'm assuming we just got to get to the end of the level before the end of the universe catches up to us. That black kind of dematerializing effect that they had in that cutscene with those 3 henchmen, I guess. I don't know. Police officers. I couldn't really tell if they were evil or good. Maybe they're trying to like stabilize it. Maybe they were trying to unstabilize it. Who knows? All I know is we gotta run. We got haste. I'm just go as fast as I can. I want to see how high I can get that meters per second gauge in the top left-hand corner there. I have never, I don't think, at least in the earlier stages of the game, broken 120 meters per second. But there's the portal. Alright, so the levels aren't too long, it seems like. An A rank, they give you a little rating at the end, that's nice. What I could tell when I was first playing is you want to get that as high as possible, but this Slay the Spire thing, it's like exactly like the map that Slay the Spire has when you're doing that, when you're selecting which path you want to go down. In those games, you always kind of wanted to go for the elites because you'd get more rewards. You know, the bigger the adversity, the bigger the reward. So definitely always going to go for the challenges, I believe. That's to my benefit. I believe it's going to give me the most sparks. Speaking of sparks, those little diamond things scattered around the map are sparks. You can kind of see them count up on the top right hand corner there as you collect them. You can then spend the sparks on upgrades to make you go faster, vroom vroom, you know what I'm saying? The speed's in the top left hand corner. It seems to me that it's kind of hard to stay around 110 meters per second. You want to definitely be above 100 meters per second. That seems to be the cutoff. If you're going like 80 or 90 meters per second, that black stuff is going to catch up to you. This way it would appear to keep that speed up is just get your perfect landings consistently to get more energy, and then just spend that energy on your board speed boost. And you know, that speed translates to higher ranks, which translates to higher sparks, which translates to more speed. So it all kind of feeds into itself. Only got an A rank on that last one. That's alright though. Just trying to collect as many sparks as I can as I'm going through these levels. I'm glad that they decided not to just obviously have the same kind of biome for all these maps, otherwise this would get very boring very fast. Each of these levels seem to have their own challenges. This is definitely like a more rocky, dark, voidy world. There's these big black splines like that, as well as these like big dark holes over these gaps. You definitely don't want to hit any of that. Or these rocks, really. Ouch. You lose a lot of health like that. If you see my health bar down there, it looks like I'm about like 30% life. If you do lose all of your life, you just lose one of those hearts below the health bar. You get 3 of them for the entire level. So the goal is definitely not to lose those. Biomes seem to have varying difficulties. And by that I mean they each have various challenges about them. And in particular, this biome seems to be giving me difficulties. As you can see, a rank C, not liking that. So it's definitely more difficult than the plains. So here's our first rewards. It's kind of a weird clicking noise. I don't know if that's actually supposed to be in the game or if that's a glitch or not. It's the noise that it's supposed to give you when you hover over an item. Alright, but looks like we're gonna go to a shop next. Dali, Dali! Gone. Oh, hi there. This is unexpected. Hello, I'm Zoe. Dali! He's introducing himself. He's Dali. I would imagine so. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. Don't overthink it. I clearly miscalibrated. Let's see. Lily? Huh? Who are you? Dali! Oh, fine. I'm gone. We have a little research station out here. So it looks like he's developing upgrades. And we can buy them for sparks because he wants them. You mean the sparks? You call them sparks? We usually call them... Never mind. Sparks is better. Come over here, please. Okay. This is a cool little area he's got going on. We need your help with an experiment. I need to find my friend, but I can help if I can. Perfect, I've managed to locate echoes. Well, I don't really know, but with enough sparks, I think I can get you there. Like teleportation, more like manifestation. I'm just not so sure of any of this, actually. Is it dangerous? Strange. Yes, dangerous. Let's find out. Find out. Seems like a mad scientist a little bit. Alright, so we get 50% boost when we use it. This is just a 10% passive boost. Quite a bit of sparks, and then cooldown 10% energy every 3 seconds, repeating, so we don't have to activate that. The boots I kind of like. A 50% boost for 5 seconds on a 20-second cooldown. That kind of just gets you started on the beginning of a level. I'm thinking I'm going to want to just take that. But let's check out the rest of it. Maybe I can spend my sparks on something else here. He doesn't like me over here. Okay. Don't touch that. I wasn't touching anything. It has been tuned perfectly after weeks of experiments. It's crucial to my work. It's a coffee. Okay. He's one of those guys. One of those scientists that uses his mad science powers for a perfect cup of joe. Okay, but the wisest woman I know said she doesn't think this is all my fault. Might explain why our experiment blew out. Letters and sometimes... So she would, yeah, she would definitely go between worlds and deliver letters between worlds, but she doesn't look like she could control it. Yeah, I couldn't actually control when I went, where I went to. The pathway just opened. So I thought I might as well do something nice for people I met and bring them into... That's not... You're like the most unreliable delivery person I've ever met. Alright, so... It doesn't look like we can spend our sparks on anything else, so maybe let's just go pick up these boots and continue on with our way. Seems like something interesting you should test. You should take it with you. I'm only observing you. Thank you. Do come back if anything interesting happens, though, or if you want some coffee. I'm not sure I'll be able to find this place again. We'll be moving around anyways. Hope you run into us again. Telly! Alright, so it looks like we just kind of go through this portal to continue on with the level. Here we go again. But see how the music kind of transitions easily from, like, the shop to just a level to the menu screen to getting even damaged or like low on life. It changes dynamically and fluidly. It's very nice. You know, this game doesn't have much to it, right? You're just running as fast as you can. Once you get the running system down and then the procedural maps generated, then yeah, I would definitely see why you would then just start hyper focusing on the sound to just make it as interesting as possible while you're just vibing out. You know, they're just trying to create a nice vibe is really what it's about. S rank, nice. We like to see those big sparks, big sparks. Yeah, this map is just like Sling Spires. I don't know. I don't know if they helped design it or what, but it's kind of funny. So we used our boots here. Looks like our feet kind of get little jets on them. Oof. And here's the black stuff. This is not what you want to have happen. This is embarrassing. Let's go again. These kind of dark void levels are definitely the hardest, and I just messed up again. I guess we're just trying to go hard mode. Maybe give ourselves a little handicap. We like being at like the 30% life for some reason. Why? I think at this point, I think I remember this. My cat jumped up on my keyboard. It had to be. My little brother started playing. Something like that. That definitely wasn't me, guys. I would not have made that kind of mistake, right? Oh my god, we're about to lose our third life. Is it gonna be over this soon? We got a little boosty. Had a pretty decent landing. I don't see it behind us anymore. I wish there was a way to better see how close it was to you, but we're flying here as long as I don't run into a rock again. Oh my god. Whew. Oh, that's the black hole I was talking about earlier. Definitely don't want to touch that. Oh my god. Yep, that was on purpose. All of that was on purpose. I'm playing. I put the little brother off, you know. I had to beat this level one shot. We can't be letting the little bro mess up this gameplay here. I'm actually not living with a little brother. I don't have a little brother. I'm sorry. I'm just embarrassed about this level of gameplay. Alright, well, let's get out of this level. We want to put this embarrassment behind us here. I don't want to... Ooh. See? I see? Oof. Don't like that. Oh, but we're still gonna get items. Yeah, that clicking that's happening over and over again. I don't think it's supposed to be happening all the time. I think it's supposed to happen one shot and then stop when you hover over something, but okay. We like boost, we like go and zoom. All these sparks. Daro is staring intently at one of Zoe's sparks as she can make it give up its secrets with her gaze. It's clear they come for all these strange cracks somehow. I have noticed a few curious things about them. Ask her whatever sparks she has managed to collect, or what kind of things has she discovered. Let's go for the multiplier. Jeez. Oh, we're gonna see our Dilly. I don't remember the guy's name. I just remember Dilly. All right. 4 energy on close call. 3 health on a close call. Close calls are like when you get super close to an object in this game. I have 1 life though. And I'm thinking I already have the rocket boots. I don't think this is gonna upgrade him, so I'm just gonna get the health here and then move on with my way because I need to find a way to stay healthy. Nothing, no coffee there, so I can't pick that up. I would like to go to that campsite in the middle there. I'm hoping it gives me full health back because I do not want to lose this last life and then fail this whole level and then have to do this again. Oh my god, they bait and switched me, man. They're trying to end me. Close call, that gives me life. Alright. Yeah, I'm glad I picked up that item because I don't think I would have beat this level without that. I just hitting that pillar right off the bat. Oh my, look at the health gain. That actually does a lot more than I thought it would. I wasn't even paying attention when I was first playing. Ow. Yeah, I think I would have died right there if I didn't have that item because that first pillar I hit got me to like 10 to 15% life. So I think that branch would have ended me. Still haven't figured out exactly how to be super fluid in this game yet. I did keep playing this game and did figure it out, but that, you know, that wasn't the best of runs, but I still got an S rank. Those plateau levels. Okay, the captain. Now, who are you? Wait now 1 second. Aren't you the letter girl? I am, or I was. I believe you have brought me many letters of love and admiration from other worlds. I don't think so. I remember all the people my crew and I would arrive in the towns where you delivered, ready to collect praise and tributes. We may not have met in person, but I know your work, and of course, you have heard of me. Yeah. Who are you? Why, you must have heard of the captain. Captain what? No need to be so formal among friends, simply captain will do, or the captain. Preferably my captain. This guy is giving me Zap Brannigan vibes from Futurama for sure. Just full of ego. Even faster now that she used to be. Ah, a beauty cloaked in shadow, swinging with her rope, leaping dramatically from world to world. All with a menacing glare that strikes fear in the hearts of weak men and sets those of strong men on fire. That has to be her. I have no idea, but goodbye. That was useless, thanks. Looks like the captain did see Nyada, who we are currently looking for. She did kind of abandon us earlier on in one of the cutscenes. Yes, this campfire does give us full health. Doing the old Holloway testing mechanics out here, you know, always just run straight into fire. So we're trying to find our friend, that person that was kind of giving me the vibes of a Riku character or like a Sasuke character. We only got a few more levels to run through here, so hopefully we don't mess this up and we get to see the boss and how they're gonna deliver that gameplay to us. Got a little carousel thing. Those things are a lot harder to time than you would imagine. It's just, they're there, they're not. I don't think you can really force it. If you see the opportunity, go for it. Trying to get as many sparks as I can so that when I get to that shop for the last time, I almost ended the run right there. That was greedy. Trying to get as many sparks as we can so then when we get to the shop the last time we can get maybe 2 upgrades instead of just 1. Another close call. I'm just farming health right here. It is making it a little more dangerous for me, but I think it is actually paying off, especially on these easier levels. They're a lot easier to just kind of proc the close call effect. Alright, there she is. So we got through this guy. A rank? Yeah, I did hit that one dirt wall. Nyada! There she is! We found her? So, get to safety. I'm looking for you! Daro and I are looking for you. Don't. Wait. Yeah, see, these people, these kind of heroes, man, they're always so hard to deal with. Just be a good friend and just stay around. Help out. We only got 1,000 sparks here, and it looks like we're gonna need like 600. We're just gonna go with the health restore on cooldown. This will just keep me healthy so I don't... Oh, I did get a second life. I guess that campfire gave me a second life, so I was not as worried. I'm not as worried now. I thought at the time that I still only had 1 life, but I guess the campfire gives you a life and full heals you, so that is quite nice. Those campfires are to not be ignored, although you don't get any sparks from them, so it could be like a catch-22 thing where you kind of fall behind, you're not going fast enough because you're down a couple items because you didn't get enough sparks. But nevertheless, it seems like we're going to be fast enough to make it to the boss in this playthrough. We only got, I think, this level, and then a shop, and then another level, or something like that, so... We're just going to keep flying here. The animations are super fluid between, you know, your star power effect or just landing. You know, she does these like little cartwheel things and then goes forward. Super fluid, super seamless. Everything about this just is completely cohesive. Oh god, this guy's at Brannigan. I knew you would. Unlike certain other crew members, you called for me? Indeed, you are still looking for your friend, are you not? Nyada, yes. Have you seen her? I have found her. I even raced her. It did not go as I planned. Maybe shoes were a little loose and my cape got caught on something. And she's extremely fast. I will help you find her so that I can race her again. Okay, where is she? Or not? You're already on the right track. So I should just keep doing what I was doing? Happy I could help. Farewell. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're on the boss's level now. Let's check this guy out. Alright, we're not running right away. Let's go ahead and start doing that. Hit my speed boost. So I had no idea like what this level was supposed to be. I thought it was just going to be like all the other levels just run forward, but then I noticed the missiles were coming from a very specific direction, so I turned here and I'm like, let's see where these are coming from. This has got to be what the boss is. So just avoiding all these puddles, trying to stay alive, going fast as possible. And there it is, the giant robot. And we just Mario jump onto it. No skill intent. You don't have to hit the top of it or anything like that. You just gotta tap it with your head, I guess. I guess you're going fast enough and you got a hard enough head, then it doesn't matter. It takes the damage. So it looks like we're gonna have to do that 4 times. I had no idea why I ran through that. I think I just wanted to feel something. Definitely felt hot. This is a giant rolling wave. I thought I was going to be able to like go up it like a ramp. And that's why I just ran through it there. I learned a lot from that. Don't just run straight into a wall of fire. I know Benny's a slow learner, you know. He learns things by testing it out. And it's a good thing he uses this method in video games and then not in real life, because Benny Holloway would have lost his life a long time ago, that's for sure. But gaming Holloway, he's got all these extra lives to just test out all these fun mechanics like that. Just let's see if we can just run it sideways for some reason. Definitely gonna have to just do the obvious thing and jump over it. Alright, one more time. We're getting a little more aggressive with the missiles, it looks like. It's a good introductory boss. You know, it would have been pretty cool to see another slime boss as a first boss again, you know. I'm all about slimes being the first boss of every game in existence in some way, shape, or form. Okay? Right over the wave. See, Benny learned 3rd time's the charm. We're figuring things out. Here we go. Boom, baby. Get out of here. You muff. You muff. Shard complete. So this screen kind of gives you just the stats of all your runs. These anti-sparks are used for permanent upgrades outside, so it does have kind of like a roguelike feature. It's giving me different item unlocks for beating the level and all that stuff. These are the stats. You can keep running and just running through the levels, but it doesn't actually do anything. You don't get more anti-sparks or anything. You're just doing it for fun. So just hit complete shard. And then it looks like a new shard appears. I met Nyada, but I didn't manage to convince her to come with me. I couldn't even get her to listen. That girl will be the death of me, although, actually, maybe the end of the universe will be the death of me. She's always been difficult. She was always listening. Oh, sapling, come here. We're all going through something very difficult. Doesn't give her any right to ignore you, though. I need to talk to her again, I think. If she refuses to listen, that isn't your fault. No, but I want to. I need to. And I think she needs me too. Alright, well there we go. So that's the first level. We got a little boss gameplay. This is just a very fun, kind of fluid, cohesive, seamless game. It does it very well. I liked it quite a bit. We're gonna go and end it there though. Go back to the title screen here. I found myself just kind of rocking my head back and forth to the music the entire time. It's just so nice. Like even going from like the starting screen to gameplay, it's just seamless. It's just, it all is stitched together so nicely. The level of detail they put into that must have taken days and days, weeks and weeks, months and months of iteration over and over again to get this to flow just right. Haste, first look at it, I like it. I gotta give it some props. It does a lot of things very well. I think the only thing it's kind of lacking is replayability. I don't know if that's the correct word or not, but it seemed like there wasn't much being changed about the running. It's just a game that you run through and you get upgrades and you go faster. I don't know if that's like replayability per se. It does give you other maps. It gives you different soundtracks with the maps. The upgrades make it a little more interesting. And with that, I think that's the only gripe I have with the game. Everything else, such as the graphics, the visuals, the sounds, the seamlessness of everything is really well done, top notch. With that, that concludes our first look into Haste. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This is Holloway with VG2 Reviews. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.